questions and I've got answers. Do I have the answers to your questions? Probably not. But who knows how that goes, right? There's always some other question. There's always some other place that we can go looking for the answers. And that's part of what we're going to talk about today. My name is Bonnie Sachs, and I do this Sunday morning live because I love working with energy. I love explaining energetic principles to people and sharing my experiences. I absolutely love having these conversations and love the engagement and the process of it all. So I pop on Sunday mornings, I do these lives for about a half an hour, and I have an opportunity to gift and gift and gift and gift and gift people, because I understand that there are loads of energetic gifts available to us all around all the time. Most of us don't even know it. I didn't even know it a few years back. I didn't really understand it, but the more I work with it, the more I understand it, and the more I want to share it with everybody. So if you've got questions, let's have some conversations. So one of those things about having questions is our personalities want answers, right? We spend a lot of time maybe Googling what an answer might be. We spend a lot of time talking to others and asking other people, well, what do you think? Well, here's the issue. Well, I'm not sure if I should do this, or I don't know if this is what's next, or I've got this great job possibility, but I'm not sure if it's what I'm supposed to be doing next. And so it's really interesting to take a look at that. I had my own experience with this. I sit down usually on Friday mornings or Friday afternoons, and I'm asking, what am I going to be talking about on Sunday? I always like to get a heads up on that stuff, right? I always like to have some kind of information, some kind of theme about what I'm going to be talking about. I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. There was no information coming in. And I did what probably all of us do, is like, what the freak? Where is the information? What is going on with me? What's my issue? What's my problem? Why can't I figure this out? Fortunately, I have a friend that I could text. And I texted my friend and I was like, I need some help. I don't have any access to my information. I feel like it's just a blank slate. In fact, I feel like there's a whole lot of question marks, and I don't understand what that means. Well, fortunately, my friend works with energy like I do, and Joan was like, oh, well, let me help you out. And so she gave me what we call a healing and helped me access more information. And probably within 15 or 20 minutes, I was like, duh. That is the topic. That is the conversation for Sunday. The conversation is that, what do you do when you just have a whole bunch of question marks? You have a whole bunch of questions and you don't know what to do about that. You don't know how to handle it, how to manage it. What in the world do I do with that? Well, isn't that a cool thing? That's a great thing to answer, because then that's something that's really tangible that you can take with you and you can use throughout your life. Everybody has questions. Now, I'm not talking about, what time should you leave to be somewhere, because we do have resources for that, right? We do have resources. We can get on Google Maps and we can say, I'm trying to go here and I'm leaving from here and I need to be there at that time, and poof, we have that answer. But perhaps you might consider that you have an opportunity to check in with your own higher self that actually really knows that information. It's a bizarre thing now, isn't it? What? I'm going to check in with my higher self. My higher self knows what time I should leave to go somewhere. You could. But let's take something else. Let's take, here we are having a conversation about whether you are going to take a new job. I have job A and job B. Which one am I going to take? Here's an idea. How about if you take a few minutes to sit down with yourself? You take a few minutes to sit down and ask, is this what's next for me? Is this what I'm doing next? Now, as we're sitting here talking, there is actually lots of information that is coming in for all of us. It's some healing information. And there are crystals coming in. It's wonder balls, wonder balls, wonder balls. Did you know that the frequency of wonder is a really high frequency and falls into the category of clarity? When you're looking for more information, when you're trying to make a decision, when you're wondering what is next for you, wouldn't you like to have more clarity? Did you know you could ask for it? Did you know you could just simply put out your hands and say, I'd really like more clarity, please. And it is automatically dropped into your hands. It's right there for you. It's always right there for you. And you get an opportunity to just take it and put it where you'd like it most. Sometimes you feel like, I just want more in my head. Sometimes you're like, I'd really like more in my throat. I'd like to be able to speak with more clarity. Maybe you're somebody who'd really like to just know more that your higher self has got this, right? Some of us do that. Wow, I just wish I believed that nonsense. I just wished I believed that my higher self has got this. That's available too. How cool is that? That's available. That frequency is called union. So that you know more, that you are in union with your higher self, that you're not here doing this alone. You're really not. We often think we are because we have so much stuff in our way. We think, I am the only one that knows this. I am the only one here doing this. But in fact, you have a whole team. You have a whole group that is on your side, that is supporting you, that is helping you move out the stuff that gets in the way of you knowing shit. Wow, that was interesting. Knowing shit. Don't we all want to know more? Yes, we do. We all want to be able to have access to our information. We all want to have clearer channels so that we know stuff. So when it comes time to make a decision between A or B, job A, job B, we just know what's going to be best for us. Sometimes it might even be counterintuitive. So you have an opportunity to grab some wonder balls. You also have an opportunity to check in with you and see what gift is sitting right in front of you. Everybody has a gift that is available right there. It's a box. And your box can be any color that you see. It might have a ribbon, it might have a bow, it might have something else really cool, some streamers, some balloons attached to it. How cool is that? Wonder balls. Athena has rose, pink, quartz flowers. That's an awesome thing. Yes, David Sachs, wonder balls. Isn't that fun? The orbs, but balls are way more fun. So you get to put that gift wherever it works for you, whatever works best for you. Gives you more access to your information. How about that? I'm gonna put mine right here on my frontal lobe because holy cow. At the moment I'm doing a whole like, what the freak is going on? More gifts, more gifts, more gifts. Stars coming in. Ooh. And it is getting warm, warm, warm. Yes. So, when you are doubting yourself, when you're not sure what is next to do, what do you do? What do you do? Do you take time to just sit down and have a chat with yourself? It's not always my go-to. Often my go-to is to have a conversation with somebody else. And one of the things I realize that as I'm talking to somebody else, I'm working it out in my head. I'm working it out. I'm waiting for the information to drop in. And then suddenly I feel like I have this knowingness, right? This information just drops in. I'm like, oh, of course, I'm picking this one. I'm picking option A. That's called claircognizance. Claircognizance is one of our divine channels of communication. And it's a superpower that we all have access to. You know those times when you look back on your life and you were like very clearly doing something. You just decided one thing after another, after another, after another. It just kept, one thing just kept easily rolling into the next. That was you accessing your claircognizance. It's a divine channel of communication and everybody has access to that. We don't always know it. Often we feel like those channels are clogged, and they are. They're clogged with fear and pain and anger and unworthiness and all kinds of other low frequencies. But what we are doing here on the planet is cleaning out the pipes, cleaning out the clogs, and giving people more access to their information. It's one of the reasons why some of the stuff that is going on the planet looks so crazy. Because people are starting to wake up. People are starting to have an awareness that they are way more powerful, that they have way more access to their information than they ever knew they did. How cool is that? Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. So, let's play a game. You have two options. In your right hand, you have a gift, and in your left hand, you have a gift. Can you see those gifts? Maybe. Maybe your channels are open enough that you have the clairvoyance to see them. Maybe you can hear what the two gifts are. Ask yourself, what is in my right hand? So I see a ball in my right hand, and I had a knowingness drop in. I was seeing a ball, and this looks like a ball that is a ball that a kid would play with on a playground. It's a ball, and it is blue, and it has a red stripe around it. Now, I can't say that I see it sitting there because my clairvoyance isn't that sharp, but I have a knowingness that that's what's sitting in my hand. And this ball is pretty good sized, and it feels like that it would bounce really high. It's very cool. That blue is more clarity, more wonder, and that red stripe is actually vibrating crazy. It's vibrating back and forth, and now it kind of looks like it's changing colors back and forth, back and forth. And it's changing between red and pink and purple and green. That freedom, that love. The magic is the green. And I'm going to put this in my chest because that's where my hand directed me. It's not like rocket science. It's not like anything else. You know, you just start trusting that you're going to put that gift, whatever it looks like, right there where your hand goes. And if my hand went to my big toe, I put it there. And if my hand went to my lower back, I put it there. And I just trust that that's exactly what it's supposed to do. So, you got a gift. That was the gift that was in your right hand. And it was definitely a gift that is going to help you have more access to your information, right? To eliminate more of those question marks you might have in your life. I think that's a pretty cool thing. I'd like a few less question marks in my life. So, in your left hand, you have another gift. And this gift is to help you work on the atheist energy. Atheist energy. Atheist energy. It's not about believing in God or not believing in God. Atheist energy makes you doubt yourself. I have loads of atheist energy in me. Loads and loads and loads and loads. I spend a lot of time doubting myself. And I spend a lot of time not realizing that I'm doubting myself. That's the unconscious energy. So this gift is right here. And it is to help all of us move more atheist energy, move more doubt, move more of the idea that we have no idea what we're doing. So this keeps showing up as a crystalline squirrel. And I keep saying, like, really? Because I am actually facing out today and I see some squirrels in my yard and I'm like, really? Are we really going to play that game? Yes, indeed, it is a crystalline squirrel. And it is about this tall. And once again, it's just that knowing that dropped in. It was just like, oh, well, that's what it is. And okay, I could spend a lot of time going, is it really? Am I sure? What if I don't get this right? But the really cool thing is that whether I get it right or not, whether I tell you what it is, it's still a gift that's available for me. And I trust that it's there. A crystalline squirrel. And that crystalline squirrel is going to help me doubt myself less. You have a gift in your hand as well. And if your hand isn't out or you're driving or there's something else going on, you still get a gift. You always get a gift. So my crystalline squirrel looks very opalescent. it looks really powerful and looks like it's going to help me doubt just a little bit less, just a little bit less. And I'm going to put it in my brain because that's a great place for it to go. More gifts, more gifts, more gifts for our brains. Holy cow, let's have more gifts for our brains. More gifts for our brains. Particularly the gifts that will help us know that energy is real, that energy is around us, that the thoughts that we think are energy are made up of energy. The thoughts that we think can be created any way you want. Am I supposed to do this or am I supposed to do that? Maybe I'm supposed to do both. It certainly looks like that today. So everybody has a magic wand that has appeared. You get to take your magic wand and apply it to whatever part of your body you would like to have more access to, right? Maybe there's something in your knee that you're like, oh my God, if I just knew what was up with my knee, that would be awesome. Maybe there's something in your hand or your toe or your elbow or your eyes that you'd like more access to. Did you know that you could do that? Did you know that you could just say, can I have more magic? Can I have a magic wand? Can I have a magic book? Maybe you don't want magic. Maybe you just want a little crystal. Maybe you want to get rid of some inflammation. Maybe you want to see with more love. Every once in a while I think, God, if only I could see with a little more love. So, at the moment you have a magic wand. And that wand can be any color you want. It can also be putting out any kind of magic that works for you. Maybe you want to put out more love. Boop, boop, more love. Maybe you want more clarity. Like, right? You want more, why is my knee bothering me, for goodness sakes? Maybe you want more of that. And you get to put that wherever you want. I am putting it in my knee. I don't actually have a sore knee, but I know there's something in my knee that I want to know more about. Maybe it's just that we have clairvoyant channels in our knees, and so I want more access to that. And in fact, because I have two knees, I'm going to put in another wand on the other side. The other knee. How about that? Who knew, right? So yes, there is the possibility that I've completely lost my mind. There is also the possibility that it is completely true that this is the quantum field, that anytime you want, you can go and play in the quantum field. You can sit down and just ask for something. Ask to know an answer. Ask to have more information. Ask to have a gift. Here's the last game we're going to play. One finger. Take one finger and move it around in the quantum field. Now you may know what you are gathering. You may not. You might just feel like you're going whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. But what you actually are doing is you're gathering more energy right there in your finger. You can hold it still. You can move it around. You can wave it back and forth. Whatever your finger does is actually very perfect. You can entertain yourself for a long while. watching what your finger will do if you, the person in the body, gets out of the way. Shows up kind of like cotton candy for me. But I'm gathering energy. And then what I'm going to do is add a little bit more energy to it. And then I'm going to trust that wherever I put this is exactly where I need it. Trust is key. I'm putting it right here in my throat. And take a moment to focus on that. Feel your finger. Feel what happens in your body. Trust that you are putting more high frequencies in, because that is what you're doing. You're helping eliminate more questions, more question marks, more doubts, more fear. How about that? Now I can feel the energy going in and starting to spread throughout my throat, like pulsing high frequencies. That's available to all of us all the time, anytime, day, night, anytime. That's how powerful you are. So, I certainly hope you will take a few minutes sometime today to gather some more gifts, to trust that you have access to stuff, and maybe just play with it. Pretend you're 3 again, where you're like, ooh, maybe it's a possibility. And trust everything that you're getting. I hope you have an absolutely fabulous Sunday, that you trust yourself a little bit more, that you doubt yourself a little bit less, that you connect with you, because you are absolutely a magical, fascinating, love-filled being of light. Have a great day.